What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Stephman here today to bring you Ghost Recon Online for any TV, which is back on the dashboard with a $1 per conversion price tag. So we're going to take a brief look at the game to see if you guys want to use our dashboard system to promote it a little bit and earn yourself some extra revenue. So within this video we'll have the annotation bar on the left hand side as usual. If you want to see the mission environments, then click number 1. If you want to see what weapons and mods are available in the game, click number 2. And if you want to see the class types in the game, click number 3. And I will see you on the flip side. So let's get into it, shall we? What is Ghost Recon Online? Ghost Recon Online is a third-person squad-based tactical shooter with cover mechanics, and this isn't a tactical shooter like you might think certain other games are. This is hardcore, sort of. It's not quite simulation, but it's almost there. It's going back to the Ghost Recons of old, sort of what you get on the PlayStation 2, where 2 free chest shots and take you down. It's really trying to get back to basics, back to where Ghost Recon, in my humble opinion, was at its best. So let's take a little bit of a look at the map. So the map variety, as you guys know, is a huge deal for me. Without map variety, I don't want to play your FPS because it gets boring for me without map variety. I'm not one of these people that find one map I like and repeat it over and over and over. That to me is crazy. So the variety of maps in Ghost Recon is actually fantastic, I would say, and all the maps are very, very high quality. I mean, you'll see as you watch the videos in the background, the map quality is pretty superb. So what sort of maps have we got? We've got pretty much everything. We've got luxury cruise liners, shipping ships, submarine bunkers, massive outdoor city environments. There's absolutely everything you can imagine. We've got some Afghan maps, we've got all sorts of stuff in this game, and it's really, really cool. And as you'll see in the video in the background, pretty much anything that you can see that could conceivably be used as cover can be used as cover in this game, which makes it really, really different, because there's not many free-to-play FPS games on the market that offer really good cover systems. So anyway, let's move on to section 2 and see what else we can see about the game. The next section will be on what weapons you can get and the mod variety. So, weapons, and in this game, mods. That includes scopes, extended magazines, different sorts of bipod, different sorts of front end attachment, barrel attachments. There is an absolute mass of stuff in this game, as you'll see in the video behind, and customization is really, really simple. The beauty of it is, it gives you a really detailed breakdown of what mods are affecting what stats and what they're actually doing. So, you want a little bit more accuracy, you can look down in the left hand corner and you can see, oh well, this scope takes me down in accuracy and the muzzle brake takes me down a little bit in speed, or any of the other different stats that are down, and there's so many stats. It's absolutely amazing. And as for weapon count, holy beep, there's an absolute butt ton of weapons. I mean, if you want a weapon in an FPS game, a specific weapon, go and look in Ghost Recon, and I bet like 80% of the weapons you can imagine are in there. Any of the weapons from the old Ghost Recon games are in there, from MP5 all the way to the L85. There's an absolute metric ton of guns, which is amazing because it keeps variety. Now, as for how guns are acquired, you can earn currency called RP in-game, or you can buy them with real-life money. Now, the RP is a little slow to gain to start with, but once you start leveling up, I mean, last night I played for about 45-50 minutes, and I got 2 levels, and that gives you 500 RP a shot and a load of bonus stuff, depending on how well you did in each match and all that sort of thing. So, weapons aren't too difficult to acquire. So that is weapons and attachments. Let's move on to the next section where we'll look at the different classes, or operatives as I like to call them. So let's get on to the final part of the video, the classes, and let's start off with the assault, shall we? But first I should say there's 3 classes in the game. Each gets a unique ability and each has got slightly unique weapon sets, so let's get on with the assault. So the assault's ability is Blitz, and it's basically a giant combat shield that he places on his arm and rushes forwards with. While he's got this shield on his front, attacks from the front probably won't damage him unless you hit him in specific spots. As well as this, he can use the shield to knock people down, and it provides a significant increase in run speed to help do that. The next ability he's got is Heat, which is basically a weapon that creates a sensation of massive heat within somebody's body. So it's basically a non-lethal sort of crowd dispersal weapon, I suppose you'd call it, and it just heats up the inside of the enemy character and it makes it almost impossible for him to shoot. It makes it very hard to move, all those sort of things. He gets the standard sort of team upgrades, which is armour and health for his class. So he improves the armour and health of allies nearby him by a very small amount. It's not really something to bother with. So the weapons he gets are the rifle, the shotgun, the pistols and the grenades. You'll notice all these classes get pistols and grenades because every Special Forces team has a pistol and grenades. That's like a common thing, right? I'm not just making that up. Anyway, onto the Recon. The Recon is obviously the sniper class. He gets a basic cloak, which is like a camouflage system, but it isn't perfect. If you are looking fairly intensely, sometimes you'll notice a little bit of shimmer, and that's usually a Recon trying to sneak past you, and you need to spray and pray that shimmer. The other system he gets is Oracle, which basically allows him to put out a tunnel of light, and within that tunnel of light, enemies it detects will pop up and you'll see the sort of skeleton. So you can tell where enemies are positioned, what cover they're using, all that sort of thing, which can be very handy. So the team upgrade, the sniper can detect sprinting or engaged enemies and transmits the intel. So basically if the sniper sees gunshots, it pops up a little red box around the enemy and your team can see that. So he gets the obvious weapons, the sniper rifle, the SMG, the pistols and the grenades, the SMGs being things like the MP5. And finally we have the specialist, who is my sort of favourite class. So his abilities are Blackout, which basically generates a pulse that blacks out the enemy team's electronics and disorientates people. So it's a bit of a mix of all the abilities. And he gets Aegis, which is essentially a big bubble shield that bullets go around, but it doesn't last too long. His team upgrades are he provides a little bit of extra ammunition or energy, and people can resupply from it. So the primary weapons of him are the shotgun, the light support weapon, the pistol and the grenade. The light support weapon being stuff like the sword, the squad automatic weapon. So that is him in a nutshell. And that brings us to the end of the video. I want to say thank you very much for watching. I've been Steph for Any TV. And remember, if you want to promote the game yourself and earn yourself a little bit of extra money, go to dashboard.tm and sign up for an account to get your unique referral link. And if you want to play a game as always, there is a link in the description. I'll see you next